now, since you're talking about the Western world and the change of times that we've seen, the technological advancement, the change of people's greed, people's needs and wants, how do you think we should stay grounded and use the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and the times that are changing, and how should we improve our lifestyle, for one, through the Bhagavad Gita?
See, it's extremely important and a very topical question that you're asking. This current generation has been mightily influenced by the strong technological disruption that is happening. We even have the latest one, which is called Chat GPT, is coming in, which has probably changed the way people think. Everything is in fingertips. Which really means that now what is the other side of this? That you got everything in the digital mode, so you don't need to think. So your creativity is gone for a toss. Now, human mind's basic function is critical thinking and creativity. You cannot possibly hypothecate or mortgage your thought process to any external agency. There are signs where people are saying that technology, the machine intelligence, artificial intelligence might overtake the human intelligence. But that's going to be one part of this show. What I'm worried about is that we have stopped using our own huge powerhouse of intellect that we have. Every human brain has got something like 50 billion neurons.
Correct.
And I can't think of any computer which can have that capacity, but we don't use it. And here is something, the technology happening. Okay, you don't need to use it anyway. I'm here to answer all your questions. So what will happen? So both on terms of you stop thinking, I have strong fear that if you do not use your cerebral capacity, your neurons, incidence of Parkinson's diseases, Alzheimer's is going to increase. The mental issues would possibly become much stronger in the times to come. Your neurons need exercise. Neurons need constant usage all the time. There's so many of them. Like for example, if you don't exercise, you keep sitting at one place, your body gets fossilized. Your muscles are kind of frozen. Same is true of our. We're worried about our body and muscles and joints, etc. Mm-hmm. But why aren't we worried about our mind? It needs a regular kind of an exercise, a very intensive exercise. And technology is going to replace that. So I'm worried about that. And children also, apart from the usual problem that we have hooked on to the screen time,
correct,
your vertebrae is going to get affected. Most of the people are, you start looking at like that. And it took millions of years for people to getting erect posture, from the humanoids to the Homo sapiens, etc. Now we're going back. So it brought part of the evolution.
It's going
back. Yeah. So that seems quite not the right thing to do. So we really need to sort of look back and pause and see as to in what manner are we going to use technology. Technology is a good servant, but it's a bad master. We can't allow it to ride roughshod on our.
So what could be the solution for an individual who wants to improve his life in the times of change of technology?
Yeah, so therefore I think what is important for you, for all of us to create a balance, like what is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So moderation. Use technology. I know technology is here to stay. We can't wish it away. And it's a very efficient method of a very good tool for us to get results efficiently, more productively. But two things. Use it in a moderate manner. Don't use it everywhere in every situation. Your neurons get adequate exercise, so you stay alive. You're alive not because of your muscles and joints. You're alive because your mind is alive.
Because you're active.
Intellect, your brain is alive. Mm-hmm. And you cannot sort of let machines take over the function of your brain. So that's where we need to yukta cheshtasya karmasu, work in moderation. Use it, technology, in a moderation manner. The technology is now completely overtaking the ingenuity in people, the creativity. Inventions, we need a lot of good inventions and discoveries that happened during 20th century, 19th century, etc. But they haven't been happening now. Mm-hmm. We need to use that, and we can certainly use technology for a further, and it can also be beautifully used, and people in West have started using it in understanding the complexity of the mind. The thing like MRIs and things like advanced stage of, you can look into the into your brain and how the neurons function, how the mind functions. It can be a great asset, a great assistance for people to understand the anatomy of a mind, the behavior of a mind. Why do people behave the way they do? And then do proper course correction. So that's where I think we need to use it and leverage it.